In capacitors, of course, we can do a number of problems. From tomorrow onwards, we'll do different problems. Today, the last topic in capacitors is charging of the capacitor or discharging of the capacitor. So whenever the capacitor is connected across the cell, then the capacitor slowly acquires the charge. So that means there is a growth of charge in the capacitor. So in order to charge the capacitor, we have to connect to the resistance also. So today we are going to discuss the growth of charge in the capacitor or in the CR circuit. CR means capacitor and resistor circuit, and the decay of charge in CR circuit. So today we have to discuss the last topic in this capacitors, CR circuits. CR circuits. CR circuits. In this first case, growth of charge in the capacitor of CR circuit. Growth of charge in the capacitor of CR circuit. In the capacitor of CR circuit. That means in this circuit, we use the capacitor and resistance. That's why it is called CR circuit. Okay. So growth of charge in the capacitor of CR circuit. In this, actually, here there is a capacitor having capacitance C. It is connected in series with the resistance R. These two are connected between 2 points, say A and B. Initially, this capacitor is not having any charge. Initially, the capacitor is not having any charge, and it is not the part of the closed circuit also. That's why no current also passes. Okay, now, whenever this combination is connected across the cell having certain EMF, when it is connected across the cell having certain EMF, E is equal to, say, V0. Then, the capacitor, initially capacitor having no charge. Okay, here it is connected in series with the resistance, and this combination is connected across the cell. Whenever switch is closed, that means whenever the circuit is closed, then this capacitor starts acquiring the charge from the cell. This capacitor acquires the charge, starts acquiring the charge from the cell. Okay, so whenever the charge is coming from the cell to the plates of the capacitor, this plate acquires positive charge and this plate acquires negative charge. Okay, at any instant of time while acquiring the charge, suppose the charge on the plates of the capacitor is equal to, say, Q. Charge on the plates of the capacitor is equal to Q. While the charge is acquiring by the capacitor from the cell, is any current flowing through the circuit or not? Tell me. Whenever the capacitor acquiring the charge from the cell, that means charge is flowing like this. Whenever the charge is flowing in the circuit or in the conductor, definitely current passes, no? That's why some current also passes whenever the capacitor acquiring the charge. Whenever the capacitor acquiring the charge, the cell supplies the charge. That means there is a rate of flow of charge in the conducting wires. Due to that, some current passes. The same current will pass through this resistance also. But in between the two plates of the capacitor, even though there is no electrical contact between these two plates, how does the current passes? Tell me. Already I said at the beginning of the capacitors only. Whenever, while the capacitor acquiring the charge here, okay, no doubt current passes. The same current will pass through resistance also. But in between the two plates of the capacitor, how does the current passes? Anybody else? Already I said. Idea on the
charge.
అవునమ్మా, ఇక్కడ charge plus Q, ఇక్కడ minus Q. In between these two, there is no electrical contact. No. How does the current passes?
Through induction.
Due to induction, is there any charges flowing from one plate to another plate? No.
Polar and non-polar particles, sir.
I said one. There are no polar and non-polar molecules between these two. Suppose air is there or vacuum is there. No polar, non-polar molecules. I said one technical word. So whenever the capacitor acquiring the charges, then the electric field between the two plates of the capacitor increases or changes due to change of electric field between these two plates of the capacitor. In between the two
Polarization,
plates,
sir.
some electric dielectric మీడియం లేదు కదా నాన్న, పోలరైజేషన్ ఎక్కడ జరుగుతుందమ్మా అసలు? ఇక్కడ డైఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఏమైనా ఉందా? లేదు కదా.
No, sir.
సో ఇక్కడ సపోజ్ వాక్యూమ్ ఉంది అనుకుందాం, డైఎలక్ట్రిక్ there is no chance for the polarization. Okay, అయితే ఇక్కడ whenever the capacitor plates acquiring the charges, the potential difference across the two plates of the capacitor gradually increases. When it increases, the electric field between the two plates of the capacitor increases. When electric field increases, then because of change of electric field between the two plates of the current plates of the capacitor, some electric current passing through the passing between the two plates of the capacitor. Such current is called the displacement current. Already I said this at the beginning of the capacitors one. Displacement current. The topic is there in our another chapter. Electromagnetic wave chapter is there. In that electromagnetic wave chapter, we had to derive the formula for displacement current also. That is derived. That will be derived in terms of intensity of electric field, dE by dt, rate of change of intensity of electric field. In terms of that, we will derive the formula for displacement current. Okay. So in between the two plates of the capacitor, because of change of electric field, while the capacitor acquiring the charge on the plates of the capacitor increases. So potential difference across the capacitor increases. Hence, electric field, intensity of electric field between the two plates of the capacitor increases. That means changes. Due to change of that intensity of electric field between the two plates of the capacitor, some electric current will pass from one plate to another plate. That is because of change of electric field. That current passing between the two plates of the capacitor due to change of electric field is called the displacement current. Displacement current. That displacement current is ID, which is equal to current flowing through the conductors. Because outside the capacitor plates, no displacement current, only conduction current is there because of flow of electrons in the conducting wires. Okay, but in between the two plates of the capacitor, displacement current flows. This displacement current in between the two plates of the capacitor and conduction current here both are equal. Okay, so the same current will pass through this resistance also while the capacitor acquiring the charge, or while the charge on the capacitor changes. In such time, in such case only the electric current passing through the circuit. Okay, now at any instant of time t, suppose the charge stored on the plates of the capacitor is say Q. The charge stored on the plates of the capacitor is Q, and at that instant of time, the current passing through CR circuit is equal to say I. Then we have to derive the formula for charge stored in the capacitor at any instant of time of t seconds after this cell is connected across the CR circuit. Okay. Now you apply the Kirchhoff's second law for this loop A, B, C, D. For A, B, C, D, A loop, according to Kirchhoff's second law. Tell me, you apply the Kirchhoff's second law for this loop.
Minus Q by C.
From A to B means
Minus Q by C.
Minus Q by C.
Minus Q by C.
Minus
IR.
Okay.
Minus IR.
Plus V naught.
Plus V naught
equals to 0.
Very good. So according to Kirchhoff's second law, we can write like this. Okay, now from this, you write IR, you keep IR one side, and here you see V naught minus Q by C is equal to IR, we can write now. You bring this minus IR to right, then remaining is V naught minus Q by C. V naught minus Q by C. Okay, V naught minus Q by C is equal to IR. So take LCM. CV naught minus Q whole by C is equal to I means we can write dQ by dt, no? Rate of change of charge. Here, as the cell supplying the charge to the capacitor plates while charging, okay, there is a rate of change in the charge through this conducting wire. That's why this current can be written as rate of flow of charge. So from this, you write all Q terms aside, remaining terms aside. So dQ by CV naught minus Q is equal to dQ by CV naught minus Q is equal to dt by CR. That means 1 by CR into dt. So in a small interval of time, this is the charge flowing through the circuit, or it is the charge gained by the capacitor in a small interval of time dt. That means whatever the charge flowing through the circuit in a small interval of time dt, that is the charge gained by the capacitor plates. Okay. So then what is the charge gained by the capacitor or charge on the plates of the capacitor at any instant of time t we need? అంటే దీని నుంచి మనకి Q కావాలి అంటే ఏం చేయాలి? From this dq we have to find Q.
Integration.
Integration.
Integrate,
So
sir.
you do integration. You do integration. What are the limits? That is important. At t is equal to 0, is there any charge on the plates of the capacitor? At t is equal to 0, is there any charge on the plates of the capacitor? T is equal to 0 దగ్గర
Sir.
cell connect చేయలేదు
No,
కదా.
sir.
Just at t is equal to 0 only, it is connected across the CR circuit. That's why no charge is there. That's why charge Q is equal to 0. At any time t, the charge stored in the capacitor is Q. So we have to derive the formula for Q. Now tell me, what is the integration of this one? Integral dq by cv naught minus q. Tell me.
Minus ln cv naught minus q.
Okay, minus natural logarithm of cv naught minus q.
Not minus Q.
Okay, limits
0 to
0
Q.
to q is equal to t by cr. Even if you substitute the limits, you will get same. You write this minus, you bring this minus to right, then it will become minus t by cr. Then you substitute the limits, ln cv naught minus q only. Before substituting lower limit, you put minus sign. Ln q is equal to 0, then cv naught. Cv naught is there. Okay. This is equal to minus t by cr because I brought this minus sign here. Now this can be written as ln cv naught minus q by cv naught. We can write now. That is equal to minus t by cr, or cv naught minus q by cv naught is equal to e to power of minus t by cr. We can write now. Then you split them. When you split them, 1 minus q by cv naught is equal to e to power of minus t by cr. Okay, then you do cross multiplication. No. You bring this e to power of minus t by cr to right, left, and minus q by cv naught to right. Then q by cv naught is equal to q by cv naught is equal to 1 minus e to power of minus t by cr. No, 1 minus e to power of minus t by cr, or q is equal to cv naught into 1 minus e to power of minus t by cr. What about cv naught? V naught is the EMF of the cell. CV naught means whenever the EMF of whatever the EMF of the cell when that exists across the capacitor, then maximum charge is stored in the capacitor. That's why CV naught is the maximum charge stored in the capacitor. So this is equal to say Q naught. So Q is equal to Q naught into 1 minus e to power of minus t by CR. Since Q naught is equal to CV naught, that is equal to maximum charge stored in the capacitor. So this is the how charge stored in the capacitor varies with time. This is equation 2. This is say equation 1. This is equation 2. It is very, very important formula. In case of CR circuit, when charge grows, or in case of growth of the charge in the capacitor of the CR circuit, what is the charge stored in the capacitor at any instant of time? This is the case whenever at t is equal to 0, there is no charge on the plates of the capacitor. And initial ga దీని మీద ఎటువంటి charge లేదు. Whenever it is connected across the cell, t seconds after connection, cell connected, then the charge stored in the capacitor is this one. Okay. So from this, how does the charge stored in the capacitor varies with time? No doubt, as exponential function is there, the charge stored in the capacitor increases in the exponential fashion. The charge stored in the capacitor increases in the exponential fashion. So if you draw the graph for Q and T, you take charge stored in the capacitor along y-axis and time along x-axis. Initially, at t is equal to 0, what is the charge? At t is equal to 0. When you put t is equal to 0, 1 minus 1, 0. So that's why you'll get 0. So no charge is there. So at t is equal to 0, charge stored in the capacitor is 0. That will be here. That point lies here. Next, at t is equal to infinity, what is the charge stored? At t is equal to infinity. Tell me. At t is equal to infinity, what is the charge stored in the capacitor? Or what is the charge stored
Q
on the
naught.
plates of
Q naught, sir.
at t is equal to infinity means e to power of minus infinity. So
It's
that
1
is
by
equal
0.
to 1 by e to power of infinity. 1 by e to power of infinity means infinity. 1 by infinity means 0. So 1 minus 0 means 1 into Q naught means Q naught. That's why Q is equal to Q naught. That is the maximum charge stored, which is equal to CV naught. This is the maximum charge stored. So from T is equal to 0 to T is equal to infinity, no doubt charge increases, but in exponential fashion. That's why you have to draw the curve like this, exponential curve like this. Here, up to T is equal to infinity, you see, at T is equal to infinity only maximum. T is equal to infinity means we cannot draw that much curve, length curve. So you draw parallel to almost all time axis. Exactly at this point, the charge is maximum, which is equal to Q naught. That is the maximum charge. Okay. Now from the equation, when T is equal to CR, then what about Q? Q is equal to Q naught into 1 minus, when T is equal to CR,
1 by A.
CR cancel, e to power of minus 1 means 1 by E, you will get.
1 by A.
That is equal to Q is equal to Q naught into 1 minus 1 by E means 0.37. No, 1 by E. Make basic mathematics lo first year lo 1 by E value of cheppam meeku. 1 by E ante 0.37. Okay. Appudu 0.63 vastundi idi. 0.63 into Q naught. Ante whenever no doubt Q naught is the maximum charge stored in the capacitor. Q naught means, okay, after this much time, the charge stored in the capacitor becomes 0.63 times the maximum charge can be stored in the capacitor. 0.63 times the maximum charge stored means 63% of the maximum charge stored in the capacitor. So after this much time, the charge stored in the capacitor is 63% of the maximum charge that can be stored in the capacitor. Such time taken by the capacitor in the CR circuit to acquire the charge equal to 63% of the maximum charge is called the time constant. So the CR is called the time constant. So T is equal to CR, which is called time constant or capacitive time constant. Capacitive time constant. Capacitive time constant. So after capacitive time constant, what is the charge gained by the capacitor means that is equal to 63% of the maximum charge that can be stored in the capacitor. Okay. So that is called the capacitive time constant. So capacitive time constant is represented with tau in general. Tau is equal to CR. So as tau is the time constant of time, what is the unit of capacitive time constant? Seconds only. So what is the unit of CR? What is the unit of CR? CR is the time constant. That's why it is having unit of time only. So once it was asked that the dimension formula of CR is dash. Dimension formula of CR is dash means CR is the time constant formula. That's why CR is having same dimension formula as that of time. That means capital T. So M0, L0, T to the power of 1. That is the dimension formula of CR. If you know C dimension formula and R dimension formula separately, you substitute and simplify them, definitely you will get a T only. That is the dimension formula of the capacitive time constant. So after CR circuit is closed, after capacitive time constant time, CR circuit is closed, what is the charge stored in the capacitor? Tell me. After time, one time constant.
63% of the initial charge.
63%. 63% of the maximum charge stored. So after time constant time in the growth of the CR circuit, the charge stored in the capacitor is 63% of the maximum charge can be stored in the capacitor. Okay, that is the time constant definition. Okay, now here we see, suppose after time constant time, this is say T is equal to tau, time constant time. The charge stored in the capacitor is 0.63 times the maximum charge that can be stored. No, time constant time appudu capacitor store in the charge max 63% of the maximum charge stored, leda 0.63 times the maximum charge stored. Okay, so దీని నుంచి మనం ఈ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ డ్రా చేయొచ్చండి. And moreover, theoretically, after what time the charge stored in the capacitor is maximum? After what time the charge stored in the capacitor is maximum? Theoretically, charge stored in the capacitor becomes maximum, which is equal to Q naught. That is the time after time, infinite time. That means theoretically, after infinite time, the CR circuit is connected across the cell. Only the charge stored in the capacitor becomes maximum. but practically after 5 time constants, the charge stored in the capacitor almost all reaches about more than 99%. Okay, that's why practically the charge stored in the capacitor reaches a maximum value after 5 time constants, but theoretically it is about infinite time. Okay, shall I raise this part?
Sir, 1 minute. Screen.
Okay. Already I think in capacitors notes it is there. మీకు సెండ్ చేసిన కెపాసిటర్ నోట్స్ లో ఇది ఉంటుందమ్మా. కెపాసిటర్స్ నోట్స్ మీకు ఆల్రెడీ షేర్ చేసే కదా, ఆ నోట్స్ లో ఇది ఉండొచ్చు నాకు తెలిసినంత వరకు. చూసుకోండి ఒకసారి. ఓకే, ఉందా మీ దగ్గర నోట్స్ లో? ఓకే ఓకే, సేమ్ ఇదే డెరివేషన్, అదే న్యూ పాయింట్స్ అని ఉంటే రాత్రి కానీ. ఓకే, షల్ ఐ రైజ్ దిస్ పార్ట్? Okay. Okay, next in this first one or A. Okay, first one in this first point, practically after 5 time constants, 5 time constants, the charge stored in the capacitor, reaches a maximum value. Theoretically after infinite time. Okay, second point. So here charge stored in the capacitor at any instant of time t is q is equal to q naught into 1 minus e to the power of minus t by tau. We have t by cr or t by tau, both are same now. T by cr means tau, no, cr is equal to tau, so tau you write. Okay, now here whenever time changes, the charge stored in the capacitor also changes. It is the charge stored in the capacitor at any instant of time t. Whenever time lapses, then charge stored also increases. So charge ikkada dime storage charge gradual ga increase avutundi. Okay, ante charge increase avutundante that charge is supplied by the cell only. That's why the charge supplied by the cell gradually increases. That's why charge stored in the capacitor also gradually increases with the time. So whenever the charge supplied by the whenever the charge is whenever the cell supplies the charge to the capacitor, then there is a flow of charge in the conducting wire. That's why there is a current. So such current at any instant of time, I is equal to rate of flow of charge. That means dq by dt. Already q we know. You differentiate them. d by dt of q means q naught into 1 minus e to the power of minus t by tau. So therefore I is equal to q naught is constant, you keep aside, into d by dt of 1 means 0 minus d by dt of e to the power of minus t by tau means first e to the power of t by tau into coefficient of t is minus 1 by 2. So minus 1 by tau you write. So this is equal to q naught means we can write cv naught, no? Q naught means maximum charge stored in the capacitor, that is equal to we have somewhere else maximum charge. Okay, so q naught means this one minus minus plus into e to the power of minus t by tau by tau means what is the formula for tau? Cr, no? Cc cancel, then this is equal to v naught by r into e to the power of minus t by tau. Therefore I is equal to, what is v naught by r? V naught is the, here you see EMF of the cell is maximum, which is equal to v naught only. This maximum EMF, intakante taggadu peragadu. So this is the maximum EMF. So across any capacitor resistance, the maximum potential difference that can be applied is equal to v naught only. Beyond this, it is not possible to apply across any component here, capacitor or resistor. That's why v naught is the maximum potential difference can be had across the resistance. So v naught by r gives maximum current passing through the circuit, no? Whatever the current passing through the resistance here, that is the current passing through the circuit. That's why maximum, this v naught by r is the maximum current, say I naught e to the power of minus t by tau. So here I naught is equal to V naught by R. That is the maximum current passing through the circuit. So from this equation, how the current flowing through the CR circuit changes with the time. From this, how the electric current passing through the CR circuit or instantaneous current passing through the CR circuit varies with time means exponential fashion only here also. I is equal to I naught into e to the power of minus t by tau means the current flowing through the CR circuit while growing the charge changes with the time in exponential fashion only. So how we can draw the graph for this? Okay. Shall I erase this part? Is arrange chesana?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you take I along y-axis and time along x-axis and you draw. At t is equal to 0. At t is equal to 0, e to the power of 0, 1. So I is equal to I naught. That means at t is equal to 0, I is equal to I naught. That means maximum. So initially, whenever CR circuit is connected across the cell and switch is closed, at the time initially maximum current passing through the CR circuit. So I is equal to I naught. At t is equal to infinity, what is the current passing through the circuit? At t is equal to infinity means e to the power of minus infinity. Infinity by something means infinity only. E to the power of minus infinity. So 1 by e to the power of infinity. That means 1 by infinity and 0. That's why 0 no. So I is equal to 0. That means the strength of the current passing through CR circuit becomes 0 after infinite time. In case of growth of charge in CR circuit. అంటే సిఆర్ సర్క్యూట్ ని సెల్ కి కనెక్ట్ చేసిన ఇన్ఫైనైట్ టైం తర్వాత సర్క్యూట్ లో పాస్ అయ్యే కరెంట్ 0 అవుతుంది. అంటే రెసిస్టెన్స్ లో పాస్ అయ్యే కరెంట్ కూడా 0నే కదా. ఏంటి రెసిస్టెన్స్ లో పాస్ అయ్యే కరెంట్ కూడా 0నే. కాబట్టి దీని బేస్ చేసుకుని గ్రాఫ్ డ్రా చేయండి. At t is equal to 0, current becomes maximum. That is the maximum value here. What is that maximum value? V naught by R. Whenever time lapses, the current passing through the CR circuit gradually decreases and at infinity it becomes 0. But it decreases in exponential fashion because I is in terms of exponential function is there. That's why in exponential fashion it decreases and after infinite time only. Infinite time అంటే infinite time వరకు మనం గ్రాఫ్ డ్రా చేయలేం కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ parallel time axis కి parallel గా డ్రా చేసాం. The current becomes 0. But practically after 5 time constants the current becomes 0 practically. Okay. While the current passing through the CR circuit decreases, then after suppose when t is equal to tau, which is equal to CR, అంటే t is equal to tau అయితే ఈ రెండు క్యాన్సిల్ అయిపోతే అప్పుడు I naught into e to the power of minus 1 కదా. Then I is equal to I naught into e to the power of minus 1 అంటే I naught by e, that is equal to 0.37 I naught కదా. అంటే after time constant time, the current passing through the CR circuit decreases to 0.37 times maximum current or decreases to 37% of the maximum current. Then the time taken is said to be time constant. Okay. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఎంత టైం తర్వాత ఎంత టైం డికే అయ్యేటప్పుడు అంటే కరెంట్ డిక్రీజ్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు ఎంత టైం తర్వాత కరెంట్ 37% ఆఫ్ ది మాక్సిమం కరెంట్ కి డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుందో ఆ టైం కూడా టైం కాన్స్టెంట్ కి ఈక్వల్. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఇది ఈ టైం కాన్స్టెంట్ అనుకోండి, అప్పుడు ఇక్కడ కరెంట్ ఎంత ఉంటుందంటే 0.37 I naught. 0.37 I naught. ఇది how does the current passing through CR circuit changes with time in case of growth of charge in CR circuit. Okay. Next, when you know the current passing through the CR circuit and charge flowing through the charge stored in the capacitor, then we know next point, potential difference across the capacitor, PD across capacitor. PD across capacitor VC is equal to potential difference across the capacitor VC is equal to Q is equal to CV. V is equal to Q by C. No, charge stored in the capacitor at an instant of time Q by C. Q means Q naught into 1 minus e to the power of minus t by tau. We got tau means CR. Here tau is equal to CR. Therefore VC is equal to what is Q means this one by C is there. No, What is Q naught by C? Q naught means already you know that is the maximum charge stored in the capacitor. Q naught is the
P0.
maximum charge stored in the capacitor. By C, that is the maximum potential difference across the capacitor. No, మనం ఇందాక నోట్ చేసాం Q naught అంటే Q naught is equal to C into V naught వచ్చింది కదా మనకి. సో Q naught by C అంటే V naught కదా. సో Q naught by C means V naught into so VC is equal to Q naught by C means V naught into 1 minus e to power of minus t by tau. This is the formula for potential difference across the capacitor. It is equation 4. So from this, at t is equal to 0, you see, at t is equal to 0, it becomes 1. So 1 minus 1, 0. So VC is 0. And at t is equal to 0, the potential difference across the capacitor is 0. At t is equal to 0, potential difference across the capacitor is 0. At t is equal to infinity, potential difference across the capacitor becomes maximum. V naught. And at t is equal to infinity, that means after a long time, whatever the EMF of the cell, the total EMF of the cell exists across the capacitor in the form of potential difference. మరి ఈ EMF మొత్తం across the capacitor వచ్చేసిందంటే ఆ టైంలో దీంట్లో పాస్ అయ్యే కరెంట్ 0 అయింది కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ 0నే కదా. సో whenever the in CR series circuit, whenever the capacitance acquires the maximum potential difference and no current passing through the whenever this capacitor acquires the maximum potential difference, then no current passing through this resistance. At that time, the CR circuit is said to be in steady state. The CR circuit is said to be in steady state. In steady state only, the potential difference across the capacitor is maximum. Steady state. In steady state, no current passing through CR circuit. Leda after long time, after long time, what is the current passing through resistance means 0. Or what is the current passing through CR circuit is means 0. But in steady state or after a long time, the charge stored in the capacitor is maximum, which is equal to Q is equal to CV, no? C into maximum potential difference across this capacitor is equal to EMF of the cell. Adi steady state lo eppudu gurtupettukondi, steady state lo while doing problems, in steady state the current passing through CR circuit is 0. అప్పుడు across the CR circuit, whatever the EMF or potential difference is applied, that exists across the capacitor only. That is very, very important point. Okay, next, what is the potential difference across the resistor? What is the potential difference across the resistor? Already we know at any instant of time t, the current passing through the resistance or current passing through CR circuit, we know. Current passing through CR circuit, we know. Then potential difference across the capacitor, VR is equal to I into resistance R. I means already we have I naught into e to power of minus t by tau, tau or CR into R. Therefore, potential difference across the resistance at any time t is equal to I naught into R means I naught is the maximum current through this resistance. Okay, into R. Maximum current through this resistance means at t is equal to 0 only, current passing through CR circuit is maximum. At t is equal to 0, potential difference across the capacitor is 0. But at t is equal to 0, as the maximum current passing through the resistance, whatever the EMF of the cell that exists across the resistance. That's why I naught into R is the maximum potential difference across the resistor into e to power of minus t by tau. This is the formula for potential difference across the resistance. This is 5. Okay. Next, whenever the charge stored in the capacitor increases, the electrical energy or electrostatic energy, potential energy stored in the capacitor also increases, no? So what is the electrostatic potential energy stored in the capacitor? Okay. This is third one. This is fourth. No, this is fourth. Next, fifth. U is equal to electrostatic potential energy at any instant of time t is equal to U is equal to general formula Q square by 2C, right, sir? Q square by 2C. And at any instant of time t, the charge stored in the capacitor is Q. Then electrostatic energy stored in the capacitor is equal to Q square by 2C, which is equal to Q means Q naught into 1 minus e to power of minus t by tau. Whole square is there, whole square by 2C. Therefore, U is equal to Q naught square by 2C into 1 minus e to power of minus t by tau whole square. What about Q naught square by 2C? Q naught is the maximum charge stored in the capacitor. By 2C is the maximum potential energy stored in the capacitor. That is a U naught into 1 minus e to the power of minus t by tau whole square. This is the formula for energy stored in the capacitor. Okay, U naught is equal to Q naught square by 2C, that is equal to maximum energy stored in the capacitor. Maximum potential energy, electrostatic energy or electrical energy stored in the capacitor. Okay, these are the different cases. So, but in steady state, what is the current through resistance? Suppose there is a CR circuit connected across the cell having EMF V naught. In steady state, what is the current through resistance? Or after a long time, what is the current through resistance?
0.
0. What is the potential difference across the resistance?
Maximum, sir.
Current 0 in the potential difference 0 negative I into R. I 0
Zero,
in R, IR 0 negative potential difference 0. Then why at the time, in after long time or in steady state, what is the potential difference across the capacitor?
Maximum
Maximum.
V naught.
Maximum, which
Maximum.
is equal
V
to
naught.
V naught.
V naught.
Okay. This is the growth of charge in the capacitor of the CR circuit under different cases. Today, you have to do the problems based on these concepts. Okay, next, decay of charge in the capacitor of CR circuit is also there. Decay of charge in the capacitor of the CR circuit. Decay of charge B. Decay of charge in the capacitor of the CR circuit. Suppose here it is the capacitor having capacitance C and resistance capital R. Initially, this is connected. Here actually the CR circuit is connected by means of a two-way key. CR circuit is connected by means of a two-way key as in the diagram. Here, this is 1, 2, 3. It is called two-way key. Two-way key. Okay, here the EMF of the cell is E is equal to V naught. Capacitance C, resistance R. Okay. At first, here, this in the two-way key, this junction 1 is having one lever. That lever can be turned like this. When the lever is turned so that 1 and 3 are closed, if 1, 3 close it, then the cell is connected across CR circuit. So the charge increases. Charge gradually increases, and after long time, the charge acquired by the capacitor becomes maximum, which is equal to Q naught, which is Q naught say, and no current passing through the resistance. Okay, at that time, after 1 and 3, after long time 1 and 3 are joined, whenever steady state is reached, at that time, the charge stored in the capacitor becomes maximum. Charge stored in the capacitor is maximum, which is equal to C into V naught only, no? Long time tarvata circuit lo current pass kaadu kabatti, appudu cell yokka EMF ఎంత ఉందో potential difference across the capacitor is also same. Hence, maximum charge stored is equal to CV naught in this case. Okay. Now, after long time, when capacitor acquires the maximum charge, say Q naught, then this lever is turned to 2 so that this 1 and 3 are disconnected and 1, 2 are joined like this at t is equal to 0. At t is equal to 0, the lever is made to fall onto 2 so that this 1 and 2 are closed. When 1 and 2 are closed, the cell is disconnected. Avuna? Cell inga connection leduga. Cell disconnect అయిపోయింది. కెపాసిటీ ఏమో మాక్సిమం ఛార్జ్ ని అక్వైర్ చేసింది అట్ t ఈక్వల్ 0. ఆ టైంలో సెల్ ని డిస్కనెక్ట్ చేసేసి ఈ సిఆర్ సర్క్యూట్ డైరెక్ట్ గా ఒక క్లోజ్ సర్క్యూట్ లో కనెక్ట్ చేసాం. అప్పుడు అయితే ఇక్కడ వెనెవర్ ద సిఆర్ సర్క్యూట్ ఇస్ కనెక్టెడ్ అక్రాస్ ద సెల్ ఇనిషియల్లీ యాజ్ ద పాజిటివ్ టెర్మినల్ ఇస్ కనెక్టెడ్ టు దిస్ ప్లేట్, దెన్ దిస్ ప్లేట్ అక్వైర్స్ పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్ అండ్ దిస్ ప్లేట్ అక్వైర్స్ నెగటివ్ చార్జ్. దట్ ఈస్ Q plus Q naught minus Q naught after long time. Now this cell is disconnected at t is equal to 0, and this capacitor is connected across the resistance by closing this one 1 2 in the two-way key with the help of the lever. Then the capacitor starts discharging through this resistance. అంటే కెపాసిటర్ స్టోర్ అయిన ఛార్జ్ గ్రాడ్యువల్ గా డిశ్చార్జ్ అయిపోతూ ఉంటుంది, అంటే ఛార్జ్ తగ్గుతూ ఉంటుంది. ఛార్జ్ దీంట్లో తగ్గుతూ ఉంది అంటే ఫ్లో అవుతున్నట్లయితే దీంట్లో ఫ్లో అవుతున్నప్పుడు ఇక్కడ కరెంట్ పాస్ అయ్యి ఆ కరెంట్ వల్ల హీట్ ఎనర్జీ ప్రొడ్యూస్ అయ్యి దీంట్లో స్టోర్ అయిన ఎనర్జీ ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ హీట్ ఎనర్జీ ఇక్కడ లిబరేట్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది, అంటే డిసిపేట్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. సో హౌ డస్ ద ఛార్జ్ స్టోర్డ్ ఇన్ ద కెపాసిటర్ డిసిపేట్స్ ఆర్ డికేస్ ఇన్ సిఆర్ సర్క్యూట్? వీ హ్యావ్ టు డిస్కస్. ఓకే, okay. Now at any instant here, whenever this capacitor starts discharging at t is equal to 0, okay, at any instant of time t, the charge stored in the capacitor is q and current passing through the circuit is say I. Of course, same current will pass through this resistance also. At any instant of time t, whenever discharge starts, the charge stored in the capacitor is say q. Now we have to derive the formula for charge stored in the capacitor. Now for this closed loop, previously whenever these two are connected here, then A, B, C, D, A, that is the closed loop. But now whenever cell is disconnected, the closed loop is now A, B, C, E, A. So for A, B, C, E, A loop, according to second law, you apply the Kirchhoff's second law for this closed loop. Now tell me, from A to B,
minus q by c minus q naught by c
minus q naught by c na q by c na. At any instant of time t, the charge is q. At the time current is I.
q by c sir.
Q by c. Yeah, q by c. Next.
Minus ir
Okay.
equals to 0.
Equal to 0. Okay.
0,
Equal to
sir.
0, because no cell is there, no, in this closed circuit.
Yes,
No
sir.
cell is there.
Yes, sir.
That's why equal to 0. Therefore, from this minus q by c is equal to I into R. Okay, that is equal to I means we can write dq by dt into R. Okay. So from this you write all q terms aside, remaining terms aside. dq by q is equal to dq by q, you write here. Then you bring this dt to left. Then minus 1 by CR. Minus dt by CR. Okay. So in a small interval of time dt, the decrease of charge in the capacitor, decay of charge in the capacitor is equal to dq. Then at any time, in any time t after starts decay of charge, what is the charge stored in the capacitor? So in order to obtain them, we have to do integration. At t is equal to 0, what is the charge stored in the capacitor? At t is equal to 0, charge stored in the capacitor is equal to maximum, no? That is q naught. At any
Yes, sir.
time t, what is the charge remained in the capacitor? Q. అంటే ఇనిషియల్ గా t is equal to 0 అప్పుడు మాక్సిమం ఛార్జ్ ఉంది. ఆ తర్వాత సెల్ లేదు కాబట్టి సెల్ కెపాసిటర్ స్టార్ట్స్ డిశ్చార్జింగ్. At any time t, what is the charge in the capacitor? That is the charge remained in the capacitor. Okay, now what is dq by q? Ln q, limits q naught to q is equal to here minus 1 by CR constant. Integral dt means t. When you substitute the limits, you will get minus t by CR only, no? Even you substitute the limits. Then here ln q minus, when you substitute lower limit, you put minus sign. Ln q means q naught. Ln q naught is equal to minus t by CR. So from this ln q by q naught, we can write now is equal to minus t by CR. Or q is equal, q by q naught is equal to e to the power of minus t by CR. Or q is equal to q naught into e to the power of minus t by CR. This is the formula for charge stored in the capacitor at any instant of time while decay of charge. So while the charge in the capacitor decays in CR circuit, at any instant of time, whenever decay starts, the charge in the capacitor is equal to Q naught into e to the power of minus t by CR. So from this, how does the charge decrease with the time? At t is equal to 0. At t is equal to 0, what is the charge? At t is equal to 0, e to the power of 0 ante 1 kada. So charge stored is maximum. Q is equal to Q naught, that is maximum. And initial ga charge maximum hai kada. At t is equal to infinity, what is the charge? At t is equal to infinity, what is the charge stored in the capacitor? At t is equal to infinity, that means 1 by e to the power of infinity means 0. So Q becomes 0. When t is equal to CR, when t is equal to CR, that is equal to tau, then whatever the charge stored, t is equal to CR అయినప్పుడు లేదా tau అంటే టైం కాన్స్టెంట్ కి ఈక్వల్ అయినప్పుడు ఇది 1 అయిపోతుంది. e to the power of minus 1 అంటే 1 by e అంటే Q naught by e. So Q naught by e, that is equal to 0.37 Q naught కదా. ఇప్పుడు దీన్ని రిప్రజెంట్ చేసుకుంటూ గ్రాఫ్ డ్రా చేద్దాం. You take charge on y-axis and time along x-axis. At t is equal to 0, charge stored in the capacitor is maximum. That maximum value is here, which is equal to, of course, CV naught. Maximum charge stored అంటే ఇక్కడ ఇనిషియల్ గా దీంతో చార్జ్ చేస్తాం కాబట్టి CV naught, లేదా ఇక్కడ V1 అనుకోండి CV1 అని రాసేవాళ్ళం. ఓకే, at t is equal to infinity, charge becomes 0. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఈ ఫార్ములా నుంచి whenever time increases, the charge stored gradually decreases and becomes 0 after infinite time. But in exponential fashion decreases. Kabatti, if you draw the graph, you will get the graph like this. Almost all this graph ends at infinity. Kabatti, ee graph ni time axis ki parallel ga note cheyandi. Okay, idi charge versus time graph in case of decay of charge. After what time the charge becomes 0.37 times? After this much time, the charge stored in the capacitor, after t is equal to tau or time constant, the charge stored in the capacitor is equal to 0.37 times Q naught. Ante here, after what time decay starts, the charge remained in the capacitor becomes 0.37 times the maximum charge, or 37% of the maximum charge. Such time is called the time constant. Such time is called time constant. So this is the formula for charge stored in the capacitor at any instant of time. At any instant of time t, whenever decay starts. Okay, next, what about the current? Deentlo first case andi, what about the current? Current I is equal to dq by dt kada, that is equal to d by dt of q means Q naught into e to the power of minus t by tau. So therefore I is equal to Q naught is constant, you keep aside, d by dt of e to the power of something means e to the power of minus t by tau into minus 1 by tau. That is equal to minus Q naught by tau means CR into e to the power of minus t by tau. So I is equal to minus, what about Q naught by C? What about sorry, what is the Q naught value? Q naught is equal to CV naught by CR into e to the power of minus t by tau. That is equal to CC cancel. So that is equal to minus V naught by R into e to the power of minus t by tau. So what about I? I is equal to minus V naught by R means V naught by R, maximum potential difference that exists across the resistance, by R means maximum current through resistance or maximum current through the circuit
I
into
naught.
e to the power of minus t by tau. Okay, this is the formula for current flowing through the CR circuit when charge decays. That is equation 3. So from this, what it represents? In previous case and this case, the formula we got same, but minus sign is different. That means in case of decay of the charge, the direction of the current will reverse and the current decreases in exponential fashion and becomes 0 at infinity. And after one time constant, the current becomes 37% of the charge becomes 37% of the maximum charge, and current becomes, here current also becomes 37% of the maximum current after one time constant. Okay, you note change. Erase చేయొచ్చా ఈ పార్ట్ erase చేయొచ్చా?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
చెప్పండి.
in the growth of charge 63% కదా sir?
ఇక్కడేమో 37 వస్తుంది, అక్కడ 63, ఇదేమో 37 వస్తుంది. ఓకే,
Okay, sir.
So how we can draw the graph? I along y-axis and time along x-axis you take. At t is equal to 0, what is the current? At t is equal to 0, maximum current passing through the circuit. అవునా? అంటే decay of charge అప్పుడు t is equal to 0 అప్పుడు అంటే whenever the decay starts, at that time maximum current passing through the circuit. Okay. Next, at t is equal to infinity, ఇది 0 అయిపోతుందిగా. t is equal to infinity అంటే 1 by e to power of infinity అంటే 0 అయిపోతుంది కదా. సో at t is equal to infinity current becomes 0. అయితే ఇక్కడ సారీ నెగిటివ్ కదా, మైనస్ I0. ఇక్కడ మైనస్ ఉంది కదా. నెగిటివ్ కరెంట్ ఉండేట్టుగా డయాగ్రామ్ ఉండాలి కాబట్టి ఇట్లా తీసుకోండి. సో at t is equal to 0, current becomes maximum but it is in opposite direction. This is maximum but in opposite direction. At t is equal to infinity, current becomes 0. t is equal to infinity అయితే 0నే కదా. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, t is equal to 0 అప్పుడు current becomes maximum which is minus I0. As long as the time increases, the negative current gradually decreases and becomes 0 after infinite time. కాబట్టి this almost all ఈ గ్రాఫ్ టైం యాక్సిస్ కి ప్యారల్ గా ఉండేట్టుగా డ్రా చేయండి. ఇది ఓకేనా? దిస్ ఈజ్ ఎనఫ్. ఆఫ్టర్ వాట్ టైం కరెంట్ బికమ్స్ 37% ఆఫ్ ది మాక్సిమం కరెంట్ అంటాడు. అంటే ఇక్కడ t is equal to tau అయింది అనుకోండి, అప్పుడు e to power of -1 వస్తుంది అంటే 1/e అంటే 0.37 కదా. అంటే the current decays to 37% of the maximum current after one time constant. Of course అవన్నీ అవసరం లేదండి, ఫస్ట్ కేసులో చెప్పాం కదా చాలు. ఇంకా ఇది how does the current decrease with the time? Okay, next కరెంట్ వచ్చేసిందంటే therefore second one, potential difference across the capacitor. Potential difference across the capacitor is equal to q by c కదా. q by c. q అంటే ఇందాక ఫార్ములా వచ్చింది, q0 into e to power of minus t by tau by c. So vc is equal to, what about q0 by c? q0 is the maximum charge stored in the capacitor at t is equal to 0,
sir.
and c is the capacitance, that is equal to maximum potential difference across the capacitance into e to power of minus t by tau. This is the potential difference across the capacitor at any instant of time t. Next, third one, as we know the current passing through the circuit in case of CR circuit while decay of charge, then we know the potential difference across the resistance. VR is equal to I into R, that is equal to I means minus I0 into e to power of minus t by tau into R. Therefore VR is equal to minus, what is I0 into R? I0 into R means I0 is the maximum current through this resistance into resistance capital R, that gives the maximum potential difference across the resistance. That maximum potential difference across the resistance is equal to, that is maximum potential difference across the capacitor initially, that means V0 into e to power of minus t by tau. This is the potential difference across the resistance. Okay, next, ఇది అరేంజ్ చేసేచ్చుగా.
Yes, sir.
Okay. నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకో కేసు ఏంటి, ఫోర్త్ కేసు ఏంటి మనం డిస్కస్ చేస్తాం. ఎనర్జీ స్టోర్డ్ కదా.
Energy stores.
Energy stored in the capacitor at any instant of time while decay of charge is equal to q square by 2c. q అంటే q0 into e to power of minus t by tau కదా వచ్చింది, ఇదేనా? మనకి ఇందాక వచ్చింది ఇదే కదండి, హోల్ స్క్వేర్ కాబట్టి హోల్ స్క్వేర్ by 2c.
Yes, sir.
Therefore u is equal to q square అంటే this square అంటే q0 square e to power of minus 2t by tau. Here tau is equal to cr. Okay, by 2c. So u is equal to, what about q0 square by 2c? q0 is the initial maximum charge stored in the capacitor at t is equal to 0. q0 square by 2c gives, that is the maximum potential energy
U0.
or electrical potential energy stored, u0 into e to power of minus 2t by tau, where u0 is equal to q0 square by 2c, that is the maximum energy stored in the capacitor. This is the energy stored in the capacitor. Okay, note down. Okay. Next. Okay, shall I raise totally? This is the growth and decay of charge in CR in the capacitor of the CR circuit. Okay. Today, based on these concepts, you have to do the problems. Okay. Next, some note points. In case of CR circuit, in case of the closed circuit in which number of capacitors, number of resistors are there, in such case, for that circuit, how we can find the time constant? Suppose in previous case we observed in CR circuit one capacitor is there, one resistor is there. Then what is the time constant of that CR circuit? Means only tau is equal to C into R, we said. Suppose in any circuit, if more than one capacitor is there or more than one resistor is there, in such case, how we can find the time constant of the given circuit? Okay. So in order to find the time constant of the given circuit, first note point. To determine time constant tau of CR circuit. Okay, first one, we have to to find the time constant of the CR circuit, cell must be short circuited first. Cell must be short circuited. Okay, of course, I will explain with example. Cell must be short circuited. That is the first point. Okay, second one, effective capacitance we have to find. Effective capacitance in the given CR circuit. What is the effective capacitance? Effective capacitance means suppose if the circuit consists of more than one capacitor, then effective capacitance across the large capacitance we have to find. Effective capacitance across the large capacitance. So here effective capacitance across the large capacitance to be determined. C effective must be measured across large capacitance. Okay, next C. R effective, that means effective resistance must be measured across large capacitor. Okay, one example.
Resistor kada sir, RF
Large resistor kadandi sir.
kada sir.
Across the large capacitor only we had to find the effective resistance, because across the large capacitor some resistors are connected in series. Then a R effective across the large capacitor only we had to measure the resistance. Okay, I will explain with example. Okay, example. Suppose we are given one circuit with capacitor and two resistances in series, and this combination is connected across the cell having certain EMF. E is equal to V0 anukunnam. Okay, now what is the time constant of this circuit? What is the time constant of this circuit? First condition enti, cell must be short circuited. Okay, so you short circuit the cell and you redraw the diagram. Cell is short circuited and this is direct Y to join చేయాలి. Cell is short circuited. Capacitance అంటే ఓన్లీ ఒకటే ఉంది కాబట్టి ఇదే capacitance across this capacitance, large లేదు small లేదు, ఇంకా only one capacitor కాబట్టి that is only the large capacitor. Across the large capacitor, what is the capacitance? ఓన్లీ వన్ కెపాసిటీ ఉంది కాబట్టి సి ఎఫెక్టివ్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఎంత అవుతున్నప్పుడు సి ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్. నెక్స్ట్ అక్రాస్ ద లార్జ్ కెపాసిటర్ we have to find the effective resistance. You see, across this capacitor, how this R1 and R2 are connected? Are they are in parallel or are they are in series? Across this
సిరీస్ సార్.
capacitor, ఈ R1 R2 రెండు సిరీస్ లో ఉన్నాయిగా. ఇక్కడ ఎంత కరెంట్ అయితే పాస్ అవుతుందో సేమ్ కరెంట్ ఈ రెండిట్లో పాస్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి therefore they are in series. So R effective is what?
R1 plus R2.
R1 plus R2.
Therefore time constant of this CR circuit, tau is equal to C effective into R effective. Therefore, time constant tau is equal to C effective means C into R effective means R1 plus R2. This is the time constant. So in this way, we have to find the time constant. Okay. Note down. Of course,
Sir.
main notes lo unnattu unnayandi. Next, note 2. Note 2. What about the heat energy generated? What about the heat energy generated? ఎందుకంటే while growth, 1 minute. Okay. Next, heat energy dissipated
సార్
in the time interval from T1 to T2. చెప్పండి.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు అక్కడ ఒక కెపాసిటర్ తీసుకున్నారు సార్, 2 కెపాసిటర్స్ తీసుకుంటే సార్
Two
అప్పుడు
capacitors
ఎఫెక్టివ్
suppose
రెసిస్టర్
ఇక్కడ
ఎట్లా తీసుకోవాలి సార్?
ఒకసారి చూడు. ఇక్కడ ఇంకో కెపాసిటీ ఉందనుకో ఇట్లా, ఇక్కడ ఇంకో కెపాసిటీ ఈ పొజిషన్ దగ్గర ఉందనుకో, అప్పుడు ఈ రెండు పాయింట్స్ మధ్య ఎఫెక్టివ్ కెపాసిటెన్స్ తీసుకోవాలి.
C2 by C1 plus C2 సార్.
C1 C2 by C1 plus C2 సిరీస్ లో ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి. ఓకే,
ఎస్ సార్.
ఆ టైప్ లో తీసుకోవాలి.
ఎఫెక్టివ్
చెప్తా
రెసిస్టర్
మీకు.
సార్.
మీకు ఇవాళ అసైన్మెంట్ లో చూస్తా, అవి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఎక్కడ కనిపించలా, ఒకసారి చెక్ చేస్తాను నేను. చెక్ చేసి ఏమైనా ఉంటే మీకు వాట్సాప్ లో షేర్ చేస్తా, ఎట్లా చేయాలని చెప్తా. ఓకేనా?
మీరు ఎఫెక్టివ్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ అనేది లార్జ్ కెపాసిటర్ నుంచి తీసుకోవాలన్నారు కదా సార్.
అప్పుడు ఈ షార్ట్
అప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఈ కండిషన్ లో ఎఫెక్టివ్ రెసిస్టర్ ఎట్లా సార్ తీసుకోవాలా?
మిగతా షార్ట్ సర్క్యూట్ చేసేటోనమ్మా. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ లార్జ్ కెపాసిటీ అనుకోమ్మా, ఇది ఇట్లా ఉంచేసేసి మిగతా షార్ట్ సర్క్యూట్ చేసాయి. అప్పుడు ఈ రెండు పాయింట్స్ మధ్య ఈ దీంట్లో ఉన్న రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఎట్లా ఉన్నాయి ఈ రెండు పాయింట్స్ మధ్య, దట్స్ ఆల్. ఈ రెండు సిరీస్ లో ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి సిరీస్ లో నోట్ చేశాను నేను. ఒకవేళ ఇట్లా ఇంకో రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఉంది అనుకోమ్మా ఇక్కడ, అప్పుడు దీస్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ దీస్ 2 పాయింట్స్, దీస్ 2 రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఆర్ ప్యారలల్ అండ్ దిస్ కాంబినేషన్ ఇన్ సిరీస్ విత్ R1. అప్పుడు ఎఫెక్టివ్ కనుక్కోవచ్చు వీటికి. ఓకే,
2 కెపాసిటర్స్ ఇచ్చి అప్పుడు రెసిస్టెన్స్ అంటే
2 కెపాసిటర్స్ ఉన్న ఒక కెపాసిటర్ షార్ట్ సర్క్యూట్ చేసాయి. లార్జ్ కెపాసిటీ ఏదో అదొకటే ఉంచుకో. ఓకేనా? మీకు చూస్తా ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఏమన్నా మోర్ దాన్ 1 కెపాసిటీ ఉన్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఏమన్నా ఉన్నాయో చూసి మీకు షేర్ చేస్తాను. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ హీట్ డిసిపేటెడ్. ఇక్కడ while growing the charge in the capacitor, while decay the charge in the capacitor, as the current passing through the resistance also, some heat energy is dissipated, some energy is lost in the form of heat energy. So heat dissipated is what? Heat dissipated కావాలి మనకి. Suppose heat dissipated or lost. You see here, actually, whenever the current passing through CR circuit while growth or decay of charge, is the current passing through CR circuit is constant? Is the current passing through CR circuit is constant? It varies. Current decreases, no. In both the cases, current decreases. That means current is not constant. That's why in a small interval of time dt, in a small interval of time dt, suppose the heat energy lost or heat dissipated dH అనుకుంటే, dH is equal to I square R into dt and right, sir? I square R into dt. In a small interval of time dt, the heat energy lost across the given resistor or across the resistor is equal to I square R into dt. Then in a time interval from T1 to T2, T1 to T2, what is the heat lost? That is equal to question mark. Therefore, heat lost, capital H is equal to integral dH. That is equal to integral I square R into dt in the time interval from T1 to T2. That's all. This is the formula for heat lost or heat dissipated. Okay. Or energy lost. అయితే ఇక్కడ I value మనకు తెలుసు కదా. H is equal to CR circuit లో I value అంటే I0 into e to power of minus t by tau కదా. స్క్వేర్ ఉంది, స్క్వేర్ రాస్తే ఇంటూ R into dt లిమిట్స్ T1 to T2. ఓకే, దేర్ ఫోర్ సరే దీని నుంచి ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ చేస్తే మనకు వస్తుంది ఆన్సర్. ఇన్ దిస్ వే by using this one we can find the heat energy lost or dissipated in the circuit. Okay, next. Okay, now next third one. Initially, there is a charge on the capacitor. Initial charge on capacitor is equal to Q0. And here there is a capacitor and resistor, both are connected. Capacitor is having capacitance C and resistance R. At t is equal to 0, at t is equal to 0, charge stored in the capacitor is equal to Q0. And initial ga deen konta charge chesaru and it is connected to a cell. Due to that it acquires the charge Q0. Okay, ఇది plus ఇది minus అనుకుందాం Q0. ఆ తర్వాత this is disconnected from the cell and it is having charge Q0 now. At that time, now when this capacitor having charge Q0 is connected in series with the resistance and this combination is connected across the cell having certain EMF. Across the cell having certain EMF. Okay, that is say V0. V0 to E is equal to V0. Okay, now whenever this charged capacitor is connected across the cell through resistance, after t seconds after connection with this cell, then what is the charge stored in the capacitor? Q is equal to question mark. That is the case. Okay, when charged capacitor is connected across the cell, when charged capacitor is connected across the cell, when charged capacitor is connected across the cell, in previous case, when we discussed the concept here, uncharged capacitor is connected across the cell through resistance in series. But here it is the initially it is having some charge. The charged capacitor is connected across the cell. T seconds after this capacitor is connected across the cell. Suppose this capacitor, the charge on the capacitor say becomes Q. Charge on the capacitor becomes say Q. Now according to Kirchhoff's second law, tell me. దీని మీద ఛార్జ్ Q ఉంది. ఆ ఇన్స్టెంట్ ఆఫ్ టైం అప్పుడు ఛార్జ్ డికే అవుతాం. ఒకవేళ ద పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ అక్రాస్ దిస్ కెపాసిటీ ఇస్ గ్రేటర్ దాన్ దిస్ వన్, ఛార్జ్ డికే అవుతుంటుంది. లేదు లెస్ దాన్ దిస్ వన్ అయితే ఛార్జ్ గెయిన్ చేస్తుంది. అయితే మొత్తానికి దేర్ ఇస్ ఏ చేంజ్ ఇన్ ద ఛార్జ్ త్రూ ద సర్క్యూట్ డ్యూ టు దట్ కరెంట్ పాసెస్ నో. ఆ కరెంట్ I అనుకుంటే దేర్ ఫర్ అకార్డింగ్ టు కిర్చాఫ్ సెకండ్ లా, టెల్ మీ అప్లై కిర్చాఫ్ సెకండ్ లా ఫర్ దిస్ లో.
minus Q by C.
A B C D A. Minus
Q by C.
Q by C.
Minus IR.
Okay.
Plus V0 equals to 0.
V0 is equal to 0. Okay, now from this formula, IR is equal to V0 minus Q by C, that is equal to CV0 minus Q by C. Okay, I means here this can, okay, here I means we can write dQ by dt into R is equal to CV0 minus Q by C. Okay, from this you write Q terms aside and remaining terms aside. dQ by CV0 minus Q is equal to 1 by CR into dt. Okay, from this we have to find the total charge at any instant of time t. To find the total charge Q, then you see here we are integrating with respect to time. That's why t is equal to 0 you take. At t is equal to 0, in previous cases, in first case, while growing up the charge in the CR circuit, at t is equal to 0, charge in the capacitor is 0. But here charge in the capacitor at t is equal to 0 is there. That's why you write Q naught. At any time t, the charge in the capacitor becomes Q. Okay. So what is the integration of this one? Ln
of C
naught
naught
minus
CV naught
Q
minus
by
Q
minus 1.
by
Okay.
minus Q.
Okay. Limits Q naught to Q. This is equal to, you will get only T by CR only, even after limits are substituted. You write this minus 1, you bring this minus 1 to right, then it becomes minus. Then you substitute the limits. Ln CV naught minus, instead of Q, substitute Q. Minus ln CV naught minus Q naught is equal to minus T by CR. So here ln CV naught minus Q by CV naught minus Q naught you will get. Okay, that is equal to minus T by CR. Therefore, CV naught minus Q by CV naught minus Q naught is equal to e to the power of minus T by CR we can write now. Now, this is very, very important for advanced problem also. Okay, now do cross multiplication because we need Q value. That's why CV naught minus Q is equal to cross multiplication. CV naught minus Q naught, keep in brackets, CV naught minus Q naught into e to the power of minus T by CR. Okay, therefore here Q is equal to CV naught minus, you bring this minus Q to right and this to left. Then CV naught minus Q naught into e to the power of minus T by CR. Okay, we can keep like this, or Q is equal to CV naught minus CV naught into e to the power of minus T by CR. You take CV naught common, CV naught of 1 minus e to the power of minus T by CR. Remaining minus plus Q naught into e to the power of minus T by CR. This is the formula for the charge stored in the capacitor or charge remained in the capacitor at any instant of time t. Okay. Suppose if initial charge is 0 at t is equal to 0, you put Q naught is equal to 0. At t is equal to 0, as Q naught is equal to 0, this term becomes 0. Then Q is equal to CV naught means maximum charge stored in the capacitor Q naught into 1 minus e to the power of minus T by tau. Already we derived that formula only, no? So this is the formula in this case. So if initial charge is there, we have to do like this by integration method. Okay. This is, I think this is also there in your notes, you see.
No.
Is it there in your notes or not? Unda మీ notes లో ఉందా?
No.
లేదా ఉందా? Here when what in this case, in case of CR circuit, when connected to the cell, when CR circuit is connected across the cell, work done by battery is equal to delta Q into charge supplied by the cell into EMF of the cell. That is equal to, because of this work is done by the cell, a part of it is stored in the form of electrical energy in the capacitor and some part is dissipated in the form of heat energy across the resistor. Okay, then work done by battery is equal to delta Q into E. That is equal to, of course, change in energy stored in the capacitor means UF minus UI. Suppose if UI, that is the initial energy stored in the capacitor. If the capacitor is uncharged initially, then UI is equal to 0 plus some heat energy, where E is the EMF of the cell, of course. In this, suppose initially the capacitor is charged to a potential of V, potential difference of V. That means there is initially some charge is stored in the capacitor. That initial charge stored in the capacitor Qi is equal to C into V. No? Now this is connected across the cell having EMF E, which is greater than potential difference across the capacitor initially. So in such case, work done by battery is equal to, general formula is this only, of delta Q means QF minus QI into E. QF means here whenever whatever the potential difference up to which it is charged initially, whenever it is connected to the cell, then final potential difference across the capacitor becomes E itself. ఇక్కడ దీని ఇనిషియల్ గా ఎంత పొటెన్షియల్ గా ఛార్జ్ చేసినా యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కనెక్టెడ్ అక్రాస్ ద సెల్ after a long time or when steady state is reached, definitely the potential difference across the capacitor is equal to EMF of the cell itself. That's why the final charge stored in the capacitor is equal to C into E only. Capacitance is C and final potential difference across this capacitor is equal to E. That's why C is the final charge minus initial charge means already this capacitor is charged to a potential of V initially. That's why CV is the initial charge into E. So when you take C common here, C into E minus V. So this is the work done by battery. As E greater than V, work done by battery is positive. Next, suppose if the capacitor is charged to V and it is connected to the cell whose EMF is less than the potential difference across the capacitor. In such case, what is the work done by the battery? Same formula. But here as V is greater than E, we have take minus sign. We got work done by battery is equal to minus E into V minus E. So negative work is done. So when capacitor is charged to a potential V and which is connected to the cell having certain EMF E, so that V greater than E, then work done by battery is negative. If V less than E or E greater than V, then work done by the cell is positive. Okay, that is the case. Okay, note down. With this I will
Sir,
conclude the
టాపిక్
class.
మీద మెయిన్స్ లో క్వశ్చన్స్ ఇస్తారా సార్?
ఇవ్వచ్చు. సిఆర్ సర్క్యూట్ లో డెఫినెట్ గా ఉంటాయమ్మా మెయిన్స్ లో. ఇందా చెప్పిన సిఆర్ సర్క్యూట్స్ అవన్నీ కూడా వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఇచ్చాడు ఆల్రెడీ అడ్వాన్స్ లో కూడా ఇచ్చాడు. ఇవాళ మీకు మన ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ మెటీరియల్లో మంచి మంచి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. అవి కొన్ని మార్క్ చేస్తాను. ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ మీరు చేయాలి ఇవాళ. ఒకవేళ వేరే ఎక్స్ట్రా ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఏమైనా ఉంటే మీకు అసైన్మెంట్ గా ఇస్తా. విత్ దిస్ టాపిక్ దిస్ చాప్టర్ ఈస్ కంప్లీటెడ్. ఒక బ్యాండిగ్రాఫ్ జనరేటర్ ఒకటి బ్రీఫ్ గా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను నేను. అది డయాగ్రామ్ డ్రా చేసుకుని ఫస్టే మీకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తా టైం వేస్ట్ కాకుండా. ఓకే, a simple diagram, no problem. Diagram is difficult, but explanation is very simple.